Jason Rice, another lot party quick tip about used car inventory management. And the title of this is WTF, do this BS. So again, I love acronyms and kind of tongue in cheek on this one. If you guys know or follow me, I published this book right here, WTF, talking about work the facts with inventory management. And what I mean by that is obviously there's situations that are happening on your lot that are factual that you can control and that you can do something about it. So working the facts is the first step that you want to do when it comes to inventory management. Before you start worrying about market data and auction data and what everybody else is doing with their inventory, focus on what you could control first. And I'll go over that metrics in a minute here. So WTF, do this BS. BS is going to be get back to the basics, okay, and make it simple, okay, basic and simplicity, okay. And I want to go over those two things and kind of what I mean by work the facts. And so I'm going to show a screen. If you're watching this or listening to this on Audible, you might want to go watch it on YouTube or my Facebook or LinkedIn account. We share all that information there. And again, please like, subscribe, or follow or share this if you find this helpful. But let me go ahead and show you what I want to do. I want to show you my screen, and I'm just give you a visualization of what I mean by work the facts, and then again, get back to the basics and make it simple. So I believe you can see my screen over here. Now I want to show you this dealer here. This is a live dealership. And when I talk about simplicity, okay, here's what I want you to do is instead of looking at a rolling 30 days of inventory or sale rate, that typically a rolling 30 days gives you an indication of how many cars you should be carrying, what you're on pace to sell. But when you roll back 30 days, I think you're going too far back. What I like to look at is the last 2 weeks of sales. Okay, so look at how many units you've sold in the last 2 weeks, and that's what this chart's saying. The last 15 days, this dealer sold 63 units with 113 in stock. So he's basically on pace to sell 126 units with 113 in stock. Now, what I want you to do is to apply that same strategy, looking 2 weeks back, times it by 2 to kind of get you what you're really on pace for everything in your inventory. Not just how many units you've sold and what you're on pace for stocking, but look at it on everything. So I'm going to give you another example here. If you notice the 31 to 45 H bucket, they have 23 in stock. When we go and look at this down here is what they sold by H bucket. What they sold in the last 2 weeks out of that H bucket is only 5. So if we stay at that current pace, we're only on pace to sell 10 out of a bucket that's selling 23. Okay. So again, that's pretty simple, pretty basic stuff. If you click on it, what you want to do is go look at those cars and isolate which cars you want to attack and get the inventory moving. But the other thing I would tell you is here's the other approach. And again, it's pretty simple, but it's a little complicated to do in some of your CRMs. That's what we do it here for. But if you happen to have any leads on these cars, obviously you want to start engaging and increasing contact ratio with these leads, regardless of the age of the lead. If it's 50-day-old lead or a 2-day-old lead, again, here in a click of a button, here's those leads on the car. So a 27-day-old lead versus a 6 or a 1-day-old lead, right? I don't care if it's 27 days old or a 1-day-old lead. I want to increase the contact ratio of these leads to get them going. And then again, start breaking down other information on this car. What cars do you want to go in and attack? I'm not going to do a demo here about what we do, but that is, again, the simplicity of managing inventory is you want to look at 2-week sale rate, overall volume, but then break it down by everything. And here, like in a click of a button here, I can see, for example, not only are they 13 units off pace and 31 to 45 units, they're 10 units off pace in 2024. So if I click that, let's look at the numbers. They have 12 in stock, okay? They have 12 2024s in stock, but yet we're telling them they're 10 units heavy. So again, the math would be they got 12 in stock. That means they've only sold 1 in 2 weeks. That puts them on pace to sell 12 in a month. Or I'm sorry, they sold 1 in 2 weeks. That means it puts them on pace to sell 2 in a month. And that's how they're 10 units heavy. That is, again, pretty simple. It's factual. You can't debate it. And once you understand you're heavy in 2024s, again, if you happen to have any leads, let's engage with those leads to increase the contact ratio. If we happen to have a 26-day-old car with no leads, what are you going to do about it? Okay, we have what we call switch opportunities, maybe sold leads that we're looking at similar vehicles to put on them. But I mean, here, a 13-day-old vehicle, no leads. A Ford Mustang Mach-E, no leads, right? So this is simple, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen here in a second. Let's stop sharing. So again, simplicity, working the facts. Those are all factuals. You can look at large pickup trucks. Again, let's say you have 25 large pickup trucks in inventory. You sold 6 in the last 2 weeks. That puts you on pace to sell 12 with 25 in stock. Okay. That means you are 13 units heavy in large pickup trucks. Isolate that problem, work on it, figure out what cars you got to adjust, which ones have leads, which ones don't. Is it a pricing problem or a people problem? Maybe we do have leads, so we need to increase the contact ratio of those leads. So again, it's pretty simple. It's stick to the basics, right? That's basic inventory management. Simplicity by looking at the last 2 weeks of pretty much everything across the board. Pricing buckets, segments, age buckets, where are your holes in your inventory? Once you figure that out, then you pivot to the market data or auction data to figure out the best exit strategy. But again, understand what's happening on your lot, work the facts, factual information, make it basic and simple, 2-week sale rate, and then start attacking those issues to keep your inventory moved. If you got 100 in stock, let's sell 100 plus, like this dealer, 116 on pace to sell 120 plus with that. But do it with profit. And again, what you want is 60 to 70% of your sales going on that first 30 days where the gross is. And again, that's pretty simple too. Okay, that's not a theory. That's proven. Anything over 30 days, you're basically going to be losing money. So increase the sale rate, 60, 70, 80% of your sales going out that first 30 days. But in order to do that, 60, 70, 80% of your current inventory needs to be sitting 0 to 30 days old. You really can't have too many cars bleeding through and aging on you. So work the facts, get back to the basics, and make it pretty simple. We do that here for you every day. We do a weekly call with you, and accountability partner I set up actionable game plans for you to work on that week. What areas do we need? And again, a click of a button, not only can I show you exactly where your inventory is suffering, but we can put the leads right in your hands to start working the leads that way instead of just doing 3-day calls and 7-day emails. Hope this was helpful. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving this week, and I'll see you next time.